companies do realise, generally speaking, that in addition to the financial benefits that they bring to investors, they also have significant impacts on society through the environment, employment and through innovation. So it's important that companies hold themselves accountable for what they're doing and the impacts they place on society.
Integrated reporting means very different things to very different people, but broadly it talks about a broader strategic reporting model that's succinct, focused, cohesive, and only focuses on key issues that companies want to communicate to broad stakeholder groups. Companies are experimenting, they're being encouraged to experiment, and there's a lot of rhetoric around long-term value creation, long-term investment. You saw it in the recent British general election as well with Theresa May talking about these sort of issues. You find it in the boardrooms of McKinsey, you find it all over the larger corporates now.
There's a trade-off between costs of managing social and environmental impacts and managing the profits of the company. You're really looking to make sure that all companies play their part in terms of avoiding doing damage and hopefully also doing good in societies.
Because we're moving to a low-carbon economy, because technology is fundamentally disrupting lots of jobs, we are going to be facing challenges both on the environmental front and on the societal front in terms of inequality. And that scale of change is massive, and the pace of change has accelerated. Many organizations in the face of transformational change are struggling to adapt. And as a result, change is going to be painful for many organizations and for many of their investors as well.
The reporting in general is improving quite substantially. Whether the reporting is matched by action is very, very difficult to actually see. The test always comes when they're exposed and they haven't actually been doing what they say they've been doing.
What we have found in research is that developing robust accounting metrics and management accounting systems to manage change is going to be a necessary criterion in order to be successful at adapting and changing. Many of those disclosures that companies are making, releasing environmental, social and governance information, is necessary information for investors to understand that change process.
I think there's a mindset that has been evolving since the global financial crisis that suggests that short-termism is a problem and long-term focus is much more beneficial both for specific investment groups but also for society at large. Whether in fact there is any reality underpinning it is something we're trying to find out.
If companies are not moving fast, they will fall behind. You see what is happening in the automotive sector, for example, with Tesla moving ahead, first of Ford in terms of market capitalization and General Motors, but just last week in front of BMW as well. What you find increasingly is a vast number of investors integrating so-called environmental, social and governance data in order to better understand both the risks and the opportunities of the business.